Hey guys. So today I want to talk a little bit about finding comfort in discomfort. So, this is something that I personally have been working on throughout this last year, I'd say, and getting stronger in it now as more of a practice than anything. So, what do I mean by getting comfortable with discomfort? We as Americans have become so comfortable, and it's hard for us to handle things outside of our comfort zone. We have hot water, cold water, heat, air conditioning everywhere we go, in our cars, in our house, at our workplace. Um, our environment is set up for us to be comfortable. And I'm not saying that it's not a good thing to be comfortable, but it can be if we get accustomed to only being comfortable, because life is a balance and you have to have both aspects and both sides, especially if you want to really be successful and really go after the things in your life that you want to achieve. So, becoming to be comfortable in discomfort is a practice where you allow yourself to really be present and to really feel into the situation that you're in and to sit with your discomfort. So, there's a lot of ways that you can do this. One of the earlier ways that I would do this was through practicing in social situations and really recognizing when my anxiety would flare up and when I'd start to get in my head about things. To really, well, first I was able to recognize that and to sit there in it, to sit in the feelings that I was feeling and recognize where they were coming from. I would feel into my body to feel like what part of my body they were coming from. Um, Anxiety is a hard one, because it can paralyze us. I was paralyzed for a long time. I couldn't even drive my car home without taking a Xanax, because I would have physical symptoms of having a heart attack. My extremities would go numb and my heart would race and I'd feel pain. It was very, very intense situations, and I am so grateful to be off of all of that medication now, and it's definitely been a journey getting here. So, to be able to sit, in that space of discomfort without reaching for something. That was like I had a significant breakthrough moment. I don't remember the dates, but it was a big one. I was on my bed and I remember thoughts started pouring in, and I started to physically have my anxiety symptoms. And I was able to recognize that the thoughts were starting to come in. And just about as they were, because it's like it kind of like starts and it trickles, like it trickles in through a thought and then it starts to manifest in through feelings physically in the body. And before that manifestation took place and bloomed into a panic attack, I was able to stop it and recognize it and literally say no more to my mind, to whatever aspect of power that moment had over me. I was able to hold on to my presence and to hold on to my breath as I did that, it fell away. After that moment, I've never again had a panic attack that wasn't controllable. I've had moments where I have to move around to kind of ground myself and not be in a panic state. That's very, very far and few, and that was usually due to situations and things that were happening in my life or other things that I was doing at the time as tools for self discovery. But since that moment of saying no, I then gained the power and knew that that disorder no longer has to have control over me, and I am in control of my body and my mind. The more that I practice, the more that I allow myself to be, the more that I remember how powerful and capable I am, and the more that I'm able to sit in discomfort, to actually be able to feel anxiety, but stay present and feel it and show love for myself and try to learn about where this stemmed from, like, because it could be triggered from somebody else, it could be triggered from being in public, it could be triggered from nothing. You can wake up and just be full on in a panic attack, and having the ability to connect with yourself and to get out of that is powerful. But it takes practice. You have to learn yourself, you have to learn who you are and the energy that you hold within your own space without thoughts happening. To just breathe and to feel into your heart. And to feel into silence. Because the more that you can do that when you are comfortable, the easier it's going to be to get out of a uncomfortable situation that could lead to a panic attack. So something else I'm wanting to work with, because I myself have developed a need for comfort, and I totally recognize this. I want to get all my sleep, and I don't like the cold. I like to be warm, and I know that there are so many beneficial practices that come with being cold and cold water, cold showers. This is something that I'm just now starting to dive into and research on, just to use as a practice of really surrendering my physical body to something outside of me, to be able to learn to work through the processes in my head that happen in uncomfortable situations. I mean, there's practices like meditation and kriyas that, like this morning, we had to sit in a posture for 22 minutes, and that was a very it actually wasn't as challenging as it sounded in the beginning, but it's all a process of your mind and where you allow your thoughts to take you. If you instantly are saying, I can't do this, this hurts, I don't want to do this, then chances are you are energetically manifesting the feelings that are going to cause you to move and leave the space that you're in. But if you can work through your thoughts and tell yourself that you are capable, confident, and strong, and that you do have the ability to break through the mental barriers, and that you are okay, you do have the ability to sit through this anxiety, this discomfort, this disease, this uncertainty of what is, and you can trust into whatever situation is in front of you and know that there is a higher purpose for this, and it might not make sense now, but eventually down the road it will. Because I know for me personally, all of the really crazy things that I experienced and went through, I know that those were all building up my character and my strength and my will for who I am today, and my drive to want to help myself and to help other people. And I am grateful for all of the trials and challenges that I had. And you find gratitude through forgiveness. And you have to find forgiveness through self-reflection and shadow work. And shadow work alone is discomfort. It's not something that is comfortable to do. It is a choice that you make to go deeper within yourself, to decide that you want to be in control of your life, that you don't want to have outside circumstances controlling you and other energies controlling you and other people controlling you. It's the moment when you decide that you want to take your power back and that you want to become the person that you know that you are. And through that, you have to learn to be uncomfortable and okay. Because it's all about holding that neutral ground. And this is all things that I am currently going through too. So I'm not trying to tell you things to do. These are all just things that I am currently learning at the place that I'm on in my journey, and things that I've learned from these last couple of years, mainly this last year. It's powerful. And it's like once you can begin to do these things, like I was reading about 10-minute cold showers, and it's like, whew, I really don't like cold water, and I don't like being cold. And reading the benefits on it, like this is something that I'm going to start studying and maybe adding into a challenge for a week, just to know that I can do it, because that's always like a really good way to develop confidence and self-esteem, is to give yourself little challenges. It doesn't have to be something big. It can be something small, like do a 5-minute meditation for a week every day. Do a little bit of stretching, a little bit of yoga every day for a week. Give up meat for a week. Just little things. It can be 3 days if a week is too long. It's the little challenges that help us build on our determination and our will, and then that gives us the strength to overcome bigger challenges. So it's like, if I could get my butt in a shower for 10 minutes in cold water, I probably would feel like I could conquer the world. But it's going to be a challenge to get me in there to do that. But again, it's learning to be comfortable in discomfort, and that's what this video is on. And I'm curious to know of any ways that you might be doing a similar practice. What is it that you're doing to recognize how to hold your ground, in situations that aren't the most comfortable? And like, is there anything that you're doing specifically to help you on your journey to be more balanced and centered in neutrality? If there is, I'd love it if you guys would share below, share in the comments, because I am working on learning more ways of myself, and I'm always up for learning new things to explore and to share with others. That's all I got for today. I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Satnam.